Hi, how's it going? Let's put a microphone in the right place. Anyway, hi, hi, hello, hey, hola. Yeah, so new game for me to stream tonight. I am excited. I wasn't sure I was going to do this update, but I want to be emotionally devastated, and I think talking is going to allow me to feel those emotions. Um, oh, we have a special background for the chatting stream tonight. Hold on. There we go. Nice. Pink robot boy. Robot man? I'm not sure how we want to describe Lycurgus. For anybody who is not familiar with Lycurgus or what I'm even talking about, tonight we are playing Honkai Star Rail. Now, I have been playing Honkai Star Rail since the game actually released. So I'm practically a day one player at this point. Why is my sound not coming through? Hold on. Hmm. Hold on. The technical difficulties are happening. Okay. We're good at this point. Anyway, so I hopefully have all this ready, and I have been following Emporius for a while. I was there at the drop for when we had our big fight with Sunday back in Penacony. I rocked out to Wildfire when we fought Cocolia. I was there in Emporius for Highest Cinema, and tonight I am hoping, or maybe tomorrow night, or however long it takes to get to the end of this patch, that we are going to have a moment that rivals all of those and eclipses them. I want to cry. Alright, let's start the game. Also, I saw this animation the night the patch was updating. Everything changed to gold and white and pink, and I was like, ready for this. So, let's go. I know we're like pushing Cyrene hard. and she's all Madoka magic over here. But I'm gonna pull for Hyacinth. I got 10. Yeah, let's take a good luck shot here. I don't have Hyacinthia yet, and I've heard mixed reviews about what Cyrene should be as a character. So let's see what we do. Hold on now. Okay. I'm not used to doing my pulls on. I'm not used to doing my pulls on a PC, so that looked like the 5-star animation that we get for when we do a pull. We got this exchange shot. Oh right, it's a new month. We got yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into the story in a minute, but but maybe Hyacinthia comes first. Yes, I'm using her full government name. Let's see if I pass this thing in the shop here. They recommend I buy all the things, of course. Oh, and here's our controversial $300 skin. Anything? Oh, we'll buy. I can buy 2 more here. You came to watch me play the story, and instead, oh, I'm short one. You know what? We'll wait till we can get another. Okay. Hey, look back one last time. The journey of the Trailblaze must be filled with unknowns. So I thought, why not leave you one more surprise? A ripple of memories, along with a touch of fairy magic. Before we knew it, we shared such a long walk together. I wonder what story you'll write at your next on your journey. I'll be in your memories longing whenever I close my eyes and see yours here with the rivers. Like waves of wheat rustling the breeze, or the tomorrow where light stars shine. Cyrene. Sign of the heart too. I don't know if I should feel like I'm seeing spoilers or not. Is the problem here? As tomorrow becomes yesterday. What? Oh, is it? That's the letter. Okay. And she gave me 10 passes. All right, let's watch the recap.
As I bid farewell to High Sealings at the vortex of Genesis, I noticed something strange about the Time Core Flame, and was immediately dragged into the Memoria Tide of Oblivion by Evernight. She was once the hidden power that March manifested by sacrificing all of her memories. Yet now, she harbors other secret intentions in her heart. Meanwhile, Dawn Hung warped back to the Express via Spirit Warp Jump, only to discover a Memo Snatcher invasion. Everyone then realized that the Remembrance's forces had already permeated Amphorius and blocked outside intervention. To establish contact with me, Dawn Hung was determined to return to Amphorius immediately. After waking up in the false Trailblaze, I managed to escape with help from Cyrene and Sunday. Unfortunately, Evernight held absolute control, causing me to fall into the Memoria Tide once again. However, Black Swan took this opportunity to quietly approach Evernight. Dawn Hung returned to Amphorius and beckoned the heroic spirit of Finan with divine blood. The destruction, descending from the sky, pierced through the memory zone and discovered the most hidden corner of the world. In pursuit of Evernight, Dawn Hung arrived at the charred remnants of the Grove of Epiphany. In the grove, where memories became disjointed, Dawn Hung received help from Dawn Feng within his memories and completed his farewell to the past. In their final moments, the Earth demigod Terravox entrusted all their duty and authority to Dan Heng. With this newfound strength, Dan Heng found me within the Memoria Tide. We entered the Nameless Titan's great tomb and discovered its secret. Across the 30 million cycles of eternal recurrence, every incarnation of Cyrene had come here, offering herself to the Remembrance. With Black Swan's help, we found Evernight in the depths of the Great Tomb. When all seemed lost, Evernight was captured by March's camera and trapped within the memory maze of Ides Elysiae. After several lengthy conversations, March and Evernight reached an agreement. Evernight returned March's memories, and March finally returned to our side. With every condition for the Era Nova fulfilled, we returned to the depths of the Great Tomb and initiated the final Era Nova ceremony.
Alright. We're gonna wait, because I have another 10 zones I can do. Where's Bork? Didn't I just get 10 passes? Oh, hang on. I probably logged in and that's why I had 10 passes. Whatever. Okay. Okay. I do not know how to play on PC, honestly. Now we have 10. Looks like you're There's so much stuff. Okay. Alright, let's do our summons and then... Alright, cross your fingers for Hyacinthia. Alright, let's kick this pig.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer? This view hasn't changed at all, has it? The hometown in your memories never changes. But when you return to your senses, you realize that fate has already stolen the time away. Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, friend.
Look how Cyrene you look.
Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right? Then I'm really looking forward to that. Before you arrived, I kept wondering, beyond the veil of Ides Elysiae, what kind of Amphorius is being born?
I do have to say, they made Cyrene's, I guess, adult form at this point look absolutely gorgeous. Like, I love that little infinity ribbon on her arm. It's like subtle rainbows everywhere, but it doesn't detract from the general. Anyway, I'm just enjoying it.
can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who walked alongside us have all moved on toward their respective destinies. Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light. Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and trickery has become the innocent games of children. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives within the net woven by romance and passage. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight.
Sit on that plan on everyone. Wish for peaceful rain and decisive peace.
Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era Chrysia in this cycle will last for millennia, until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy. Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world-bearing. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, friend? Then go, and pen the Throne of Worlds' first stroke, for this world, made from countless wishes.
So we still got over 4,000 years of Emphorius to get through. That said, I do want to point out something. There is the was it Exotail 8 trailer that came out that showed all the various passages, like the various outcomes that could have happened if the astral explosion went to other places. And Cyrene makes an appearance of that. But at the end of that, she refers to the Trailblazer as partner. But I think she usually refers to her as friend. And so I've got suspicions that Finon might still be around with Cyrene. That's just me looking from an external trailer, but still. Partner is what Finon typically calls the Trailblazer. I'm trying really hard not to call the Trailblazer Ludo, but anyway. Alright, let's continue.
You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach light calendar 4931. I can make use of the crevices of time, but surely you and Don Hung won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right?
Also, I love March 7th's new design.
We can simply sleep, and the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up.
Well, isn't that convenient? Last time we just got pulled out of the simulation for about, 30 seconds, and then 1,000 years had passed?
That's right. We've both become a part of the new world. Just waiting for you now.
Our consciousnesses can converse with each other across the heavens and the earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range. I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chronocognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aranova.
the moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction.
You know, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own.
March, I am the world bearer.
After someone boards the Express, the word alone ceases to exist. So, as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Don Hung and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember, this world is not a burden you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the Express.
Yeah. I have all the sarcastic answers, so.
There'll be plenty of time for you to show off in the future.
She meant to say that a hero only turns up at the most pivotal moment.
Alright. It's time for Don Hung and me to go have a super long nap. Look after this world for us.
The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end.
We'll definitely meet again.
Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off.
I am starting to settle in.
It's so quiet.
I am starting to settle into.
Just like how I remember.
No, I'm trying to talk here.
Here we are once more.
I'm starting to settle into. What's her name? To Stell's new voice actor. Yes, her original voice actor had some really iconic stuff, but the new one's doing. It's always a little off, like when you replace somebody in the middle of a show or something.
The scent of the black tide is now completely calm. At last, the starting point of 30 million cycles has finally welcomed.
Its first end, and the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers there that bloom for him, nor is there a star that is his.
I guess that confirms what happened to Finon.
Is the only one who didn't reach the new world. Look, the
Choose to
golden
believe he's still
light that
around somewhere.
shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth, like the prophecies of Amphorius. It has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off? Friend, are you ready to become a hero? You were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then, still unsure of the role you were meant to play. But now, everyone has already given you the answer. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero.
30 million times, but yes.
Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny.
She's got rainbows in her eyes. This girl is maybe a little extra. I love the, planet earring, though.
We best. Those are such beautiful words. Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. And face a memory that I have forgotten for too long, and have denied for too long.
It's so dark. What is this place?
Is this the Demiurge's
The
place?
great tomb
Yeah.
of the nameless Titan. The deepest recesses of memory.
I've been here
Also,
still.
the place where Cyrene was born.
Wait, does that mean Cyrene was the Demiurge? Has she actually been the 13th Titan this whole time? Like, I mean, I know we understood that she was going to be the 13th Titan. But has she actually been the 13th Titan this whole time?
My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Silicii, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water, or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies.
As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey. But as it turns out, the narrator
Was me.
is also the most devoted audience.
Oh. I am the one who tells the story.
That's pretty forward of you, you know. Still, thank you, friend. That's very reassuring. At the moment of Aranova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Cyrenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition, a grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god, the 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore, the Demiurge, is right here.
That's why she has the Emphorius ribbon. Because the symbol of the Demiurge is
The interrogation records have been
figure
submitted to
8.
the Marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jing Liu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us?
Where's Merlin's Claw?
Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jinguan.
Ah,
The Alliance only authorized the law food to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. They say the Seer Strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now?
It's a good day when Beijao shows back up, though.
Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I? But, with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve, just in case. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jing Yuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, though the chaos has settled, rumors and speculation are only growing by the day. With Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the golden blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger.
You're overthinking it, General Fei Shao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These 2 wins for the Law Fu will make all 3 of us happy. And that'll be our third win. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic General instead.
With the Decalite Reflection Barrier, the Yuchuan must understand even more than the Luo Fu how significant this battle is.
Well, that's a proper noun, I don't know.
Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant, but I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death.
Small complaint I have with basically anybody from the Xianshou Alliance, they literally have a different name for just about everything else. The Cobalt Head is Nos. There's this concept called the Celestial Comet Wall, which is apparently what Clipoth, the Aeon of Preservation, builds. And it's like, that's what rings in a new Amber arrow every time he swings his hammer at it, and it's built to like keep creatures out of the void, or from the void, from coming in, or something. But the Celestial Comet Wall, per the Xianshou, they refer to it as the Echidna Sky Wall. Like, what the heck is with that? These people are obtuse just for the sake of being different. Don't get me wrong, Fei Xiao's great, but they need to chill.
And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival, and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda. There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Sadunirama Star Cluster. Be extremely careful. The Ruined Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of Abundance, could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction, the real wild cards are...
So, just in case anybody doesn't know, who Selenova is. Selenova is one of the Harbingers of Destruction. The Lord Ravagers, there we are. Selenova is one of the Lord Ravagers. He, I think, is a former Harmony Path that was then taken into the Nanook's, like, elite guard, who are the Lord Ravagers. And she, I think, has something to do with the Stellarons. I don't think we know exactly what her tie to the Stellarons is, but she definitely has some sort of relation. Whether she follows their paths or whether she distributes them herself, we don't really know. I may have been looking up a lot of lore about this game, and I'm sorry, you're gonna probably get some lore dumps from me from time to time to try to keep up with some of this. Anyway, so Selenova really bad. If you remember the guy who took off Finon's arm in that frankly badass animated scene from a few patches back, that was Zephyros, who is probably Nanook's strongest Lord Ravager. So Nanook brought out one of his biggest guns, probably his absolute biggest gun, to put Finon down. Anyway, okay, sorry. I have no idea what they're talking about here. This is all war stuff and strategy, and it makes no sense.
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is one wrong move, and the Lawfu will fall into Ventilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction.
Doubt is exactly the demon sheep wants to plant in our hearts. Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
The chronocognitive anchor is sending a signal. Everyone, time to move out.
Did she and the others make it?
Let me go over the plan one more time just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world.
Did Sunday dress up back in his old clothes? Sorry.
Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom-Pom join the fight.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
Also, I want to point out for anybody who didn't watch Exotale 8, there is a possible future where Herta fought Iron Tomb and was absorbed by him, and she became the new Mechanical Emperor.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back.
I do wonder if Herta's actually doing this out of, like, the goodness of her heart, or if she's just really curious.
Oh, and just like that, they're here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is progressing smoothly.
The cosmos has set its sights on Amphorius, and now it's just waiting for the first shot.
Well then, let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
It's my time to shine! Finally off the bench! Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Huh?
Just kidding! I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. And now, destination? Amphorius. 3, 2, 1, launch!
flow of memoria is so heavy here. Unlike Panagone's dreamscape, this place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better for me to not show myself in front of the Garden of Recollection. And, Mr. Sunday, you probably shouldn't show yourself either.
Agreed.
I know there's gonna be a lot of people who aren't
Master
happy that
Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over.
aren't gonna be happy Himiko's off the train.
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal. No response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacone's independent director, I'd say. Long time no see, Miss Himiko.
It's been quite a while, Madam Jade.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Zulu. Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds. The 10 Stonehearts shall spare no effort for such a grand mission for the preservation.
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the Erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life too?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiter still trying to make a profit?
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy at the very least. But, if the Cianjo Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board the necessity of deep cooperation.
Also, just so everybody knows, IPC are just a bunch of fanboys that follow Clipoff. And they just apparently pile up a bunch of resources that they gather from across the universe. So Clipoff can build his balls and subspace whatevers and all that. And he just leaves it all alone because he doesn't actually care what they're doing. Okay.
It makes sense, since Interastral Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon. But why are all the other worlds on the list? Places that the Elation has visited?
Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pierpoint is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the marketing development department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree?
As an old Cianjo saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Luofu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area.
Of course. In the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord.
Thank you all for your selfless dedication.
It's not selfless, it's all for the Amber Lord.
It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything.
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards.
You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what Emporius looks like on the inside. I wonder where she and the others are right now.
They're in Emporius. Oh wait, hang on. Are these different? Okay, that's notifications. Sorry, it's distracting up here. What is in the? Oh, I'm sorry. I know we're just doing stuff. Alright, I'm sorry. Those are just driving me insane. Oh, that's new. Actually, that's really nice. Okay. Oh, later. Oh, what else? So much stuff. Alright, whatever. More achievements. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an achievement hound, by the way. If that wasn't apparent. I remember getting that one. Chronically, if Anchor receives a contact request, you try to respond.
How's the signal? Can you hear us?
We're through! I can see the video feed. Everything's working perfectly.
Even better day when Serval shows up.
Miss Bronya? Miss Serval? What a surprise. It's been a while.
We've already heard from Miss Topaz about the Iron Tomb operation. She made a special trip to deliver the vaccine to Belobog. I can't believe the Express crew is at the eye of that storm. Is everything going smoothly?
Don't worry. We're still following the plan step by step. How's the situation in Belobog?
Guerrilla 6 is located on the outskirts of the preservation barricade. While it won't bear the brunt of the first wave, there's still a risk from the aftershocks. Matt Kitchapard and Pela are busy organizing the Silvermane Guards, having them consolidate their lines and dig trenches. Zila and Lynx just got back from the Geomarrow vein production chain. Hey, do you want to say something to them?
That would be unnecessary. It'll only shake their morale. Just tell them to stay safe.
Miss Bronya, I'm afraid this disaster will be far more terrible than you can imagine. Please, be sure to follow Miss Topaz's instructions and make thorough preparations.
Of course. We have resealed most of the engine of creation beneath the ice to prevent the will of the preservation from becoming an accomplice to the destruction.
Don't worry, Miss Himiko. Belobog is far more resilient than we imagined. We really wish we could help, but Guerrilla 6 has only just woken up from its hibernation. The Astral Express, standing at the forefront of disaster, is the hope for many ordinary civilizations across the universe.
In the face of a massive catastrophe like this one, relatively smaller civilizations have never had many options. But that's exactly why we have a resolve that's second to none.
If anything goes wrong... Miss Topaz, I hope you can help out and rescue the affected citizens.
No problem.
Miss Branya. May all civilizations that have made it this far on their own strength weather this crisis together.
That's fine and all, but you also have people to consider. Take the help, Bronya. The Alliance. Hi, Fishwan.
Good news, Miss Himiko. The 7 Arbiter Generals have reconsidered the current situation, and I'm here to relay their message. Officially, the Alliance's combat forces will still be limited to the Luofu, but the Yaoqing has also been deployed in the surrounding war zone as a contingency.
Words cannot express our gratitude. Getting the Hunt to agree on sending troops must have taken quite some effort from General Jing Yuan.
The Luofu already considers the Express an important ally. We also have no intention of hiding the fact that there is indeed something the Xianzhou seeks from this Iron Tomb operation. But this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out troops. With a formidable enemy before us, the Alliance has no reason to back down, nor will we be content to take a back seat. If we can stand together with civilizations across the universe to overcome this crisis, then we must do so, even at the cost of our own lives.
The Alliance truly embodies the principle of righteousness. It's fortunate that the cosmos has great heroes like you.
You're too kind. As for that Jade Abacus of Allying Oath, you can save it for when you're in more dire need.
The Jade Abacus is the one where they can use it and call the Xianzhou. But they only get to use it like once in their entire life. I see. Featuring?
I regret to inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department is constrained when it comes to the Iron Tomb issue. And it would be difficult to meet the expectations of the Astral Express. However, Madam Jade instructed us to look after our nameless friends as much as possible. So let me offer you all a small suggestion, just from my personal perspective. Other departments at the IVC might also take this opportunity to extend an olive branch to you when that time comes. I hope the Astral Express will remember that the 10 Stonehearts were willing to stand with the Trailblaze, even though we were in a difficult position. And more importantly, we were the only ones willing to do so. Sounds like a threat, doesn't it? But trust me, every word comes straight from the heart.
Has the internal conflict within the IPC really gotten this bad?
Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond and Oswaldo. At least until now, they've had an uneasy truce. Until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that, as it's confidential information. I hope you can understand.
I don't know Archforger.
I understand. Our immediate priority is to address the Iron Tomb crisis. Let's hope for success from the start. This might help ease everyone's pressing concerns.
Yeah, I don't know who the Ravager Archforger is. I've seen the name, but I can't remember off the top of my head who they are supposed to be. And I am not going to look at the wiki right now because I know it's going to be full of spoilers. Sea Ranger, going to be Jade, right?
Of course, we would never know the Ranger's comings and goings.
Who was Jade this one then? Okay, so Jade's the family representative. Oh, okay.
Miss Himiko, is that you?
Oh, that's
Yes.
Robin.
And you are Miss Robin.
Why are you a Pepeshi?
Yes. I apologize for not being able to respond during the meeting earlier. And even now I can only appear in disguise. On behalf of the Penaconian family branch, I extend my sincerest apologies to everyone. We tried to request aid from the family. We essentially received no response.
I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family. Miss Robin, there's no need to apologize. Every bit of strength is precious at this moment.
Thank you for understanding. The good news is, since you're one of the shareholders of Penacony, the family heads have agreed to allow me to lead all Asdanian tuners to the front lines. My charitable foundation will also do as much as possible to provide support in this battle. They'll ensure that proper arrangements are provided for those wounded on the front lines, and for residents in affected areas.
Miss Robin, I'm beyond moved by your spirit of self-sacrifice. The Astral Express would also like to make a promise that we won't leave any companion behind.
So about the family, I don't think Robin was talking about just the family on Penacony. For anybody who doesn't know, the family is actually a faction within the universe that has existed before Penacony existed. And it wasn't until Penacony was like, the frontier prison, and then they were released, and then sometime in there, the family shows up, but they establish like the main branches of the family. Hey, Pollux. Anyway, so it sounded more like Robin was talking about the family at large, and not just like, the Oak and the Bloodhounds and all that. Alright, let's continue the story here.
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant.
Oh, it's iron.
Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence
is often the prelude to divine intervention.
That's Sparkle.
Everyone, be careful.
Oh.
Here they come. Here they come. The nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Amphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
What? I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Amphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to her, we all turned into Titans in the New World. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
She's talking in quotes.
How intriguing. So what does she look like now?
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. She looks way more majestic now than she used to.
Why is she talking in quotes?
Unbelievable. All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend.
That colossal deity is her. She has become the pillar of the world.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike her usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness her awakening.
Still talking in quotes.
Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world, and every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
What are you doing, March?
Awakening? Has she fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone! Let's get closer to her! Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world!
It seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves.
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of her transformed into a towering Tathalog. Could it be?
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. Ugh, at least nice for her.
They are the throne of worlds who bears the weight of this world. Perhaps they could guide a traveler still wandering among the stars.
Hey, since when did you get all pious? Her advice sounds pretty silly sometimes, you know.
The so-called fool and the world are merely a step apart.
He was referring to tarot cards. Where I think the Fool is number 1 or number 0 or something, and then World is number 23.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy.
Please guide us. Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn.
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
She will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer. Rather, I am the nameless who dwells among mortals.
That voice is definitely her.
I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods at its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you. returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes. It's the miracle she brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
but to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kozlana, let us depart and march towards the light.
It's neither protection nor salvation. As always.
Is she taking everybody out of Emphorius? Is she moving like the entire populace of Emphorius away from the fight with Iron Tomb?
There's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named survival.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Something still feels off. Like, I'm getting vague, like, Pinacone fake ending vibes.
Is it just me, or does this Demiurge Matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the Memo Keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion. This must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on.
Look at Kakamond, Lord of Silence.
Until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb. That is, if it even exists.
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, look, there's nothing here. Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask, Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a backup plan?
A backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Is she referring to herself? So, again, I mentioned earlier there was the Exotale 8 trailer, and one of those Herta becomes merged with Iron Tomb. I think Block here is referring to Herta herself because that's kind of like her icon, is the lock.
Then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance.
Oh, he's and it's accurate. So.
Just use that thing over there, Zag.
Yeah, we're gonna autoplay any standard fights.
Nice of you.
Receive divinity. Repay.
Nice and full. Embrace a new life. May death protect us. Night falls.
Wait, something still stood?
Good night.
Okay, whatever.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
You're gonna have to talk to, Cypher about that one. Can I punch that? Okay.
And it's what I call power. Keep it going. You're not done? What is this? A junkyard for old Intellitrons leftovers? Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Just give me a second. Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Are there no Zacharias coins over here? Always Zacharias coins. What are we doing?
Make sure you keep it safe.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine. Classy choice.
Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe.
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklordian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Especially the most important one. Your will. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
This feels uncharacteristic for Herta. I have no idea what's going on.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is.
I cannot imagine a scene where Herta is I can't imagine why Herta would be like emotional or self-sacrificing. Like she just comes across as one of the most selfish people in this game.
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Zane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
And this also describes first a collection piece. Inside Trojan program with the cruise button to start flying. We could get a switch to hover state. Use directional buttons to steer missiles home. The accelerator button for temporary speed boost. Auto cruise program with the auto cruise button and the missile will automatically fly to the navigation point.
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. No response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Logging onto the next one now.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records, but I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name, Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron, the erudition, into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it, at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace. But he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Emphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the nameless Titan?
says no reward required.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan, the one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack open the kernel. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
Alright. Let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition declining. The destruction surging. The remembrance zero.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real Matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the Remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting. Repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exomyth.
Didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble?
Xandar.
Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the Demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor is in place. Proceed when ready.
Sorry. I'm sleepy, and I'm trying to push through this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to last.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay alert. Cheap trick.
The spatial field here is undergoing
We're back.
reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is a null set.
I don't know if that's actually the right term here. Okay, like I do math. A null set is just an empty set, but I don't think your information target would be a set, especially if you're looking in computer code. It would just be null, not null set. Anyway, that's just my small complaint there.
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just like he wants.
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's mainframe. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Let me workshop that one a little bit. That's weird.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Like a better name?
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now, choosing to act even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet,
Cyrene. Actually, I'm half expecting the Demiurge to end up being Finon. You know, the one who hasn't made it, but we'll see.
They were mistaken for someone else. That makes the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
I mean, let's be real, it's Cyrene.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about. Devastation.
Bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically easily extract.
Still, slim chances. I hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Migus's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Oh, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the Demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here as we reveal the truth behind Felius 093's disappearance. A lie by the remembrance.
Special scenes.
Where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light.
Honkai Imaginary Tree?
What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Id Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx. Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs. But the name Id Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well. But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger, and to go to places far away. Just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night. Through tears and laughter. And once again heads towards tomorrow.
Correction. Philia 093's record number 496. Archived.
Runtime error.
Hi, Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
So these are the cycles of her reading the book.
Formatting complete.
093. Size. Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold. Outputting analysis result.
Philia 093 equals Peach.
Okay.
Peach's record. Number 8128. Archived.
I should name every page of record. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to bail because I am like dozing off right here. I hate to do that in the middle of a cutscene, but I think I have to. Alright, we'll pick up where we left off. Hopefully tomorrow night. We'll see. I hate to just bail on this thing. It'll start me back in the scene, so I'm just stuck there until... Nope, that's the wrong chat. Ah, there we go. This will be a romantic story, the likes of which you've never seen. Anyway, okay. Lycurgus is a dick. I will see y'all later. Hopefully I'll be better rested. I love this game. No matter how much time it tries to suck from me. But yeah. Alright. Have a good one.